So, how do you see this 25 basis point rate cut by RBI as you expected?
Yeah, it was as expected because the growth was high, but the inflation was lower than their 2 to 6% range, and I think they also expect inflation to be lower in the third quarter of this year, and also the future inflation projections have been reduced. So in this environment, I think there is scope, and RBI exercise the scope in view of, I think, a lot of uncertainties that are there. So it's like an insurance rate cut, as I said earlier.
And sir, what impact it is going to do on the consumers, loan borrowers?
Well, I think there are some signs of urban consumption strengthening a little bit, and the rate cut will mean that the eventual lending rates will also come down. They are gradually coming down, and that does support consumption. The consumption is getting some support from the income tax rate cuts. It's also getting support from GST rate cut, and it will also get some support from the cheaper borrowings. I think that will eventually happen. And RBI has also announced liquidity measures. So I think the transmission should improve.
And sir, do you expect this rate cut to meaningfully revive private investment and consumer demand?
Well, I think as I said, rate cut is not the only factor. I think private investment also responds to uncertainty in the system. Yes, it will be positive, but I think most of the large corporates, etc., they are cash rich. I mean, it's not that they don't have money, but the governor did point out that the credit offtake has risen for MSMEs and also for some of the large corporates, mid and large corporates. So as a result, I think the lower interest rate will also encourage more borrowings going ahead.
And sir, my last question is on RBI termed high GDP low inflation as rare Goldilocks period and raises GDP forecast to 7.3%. What is your take on this, sir?
Well, I think it's a rare Goldilocks because it doesn't usually happen that you get such a low inflation and such a strong growth rate. So it's a very rare benign combination, which is referred to as the Goldilocks scenario. So I think our forecast is a little lower than RBI's forecast of 7.3%, but we're going to get new series in February, and these numbers could change in the new series somewhat because that will bring in a lot of methodological changes, and so I think 30 basis point is hardly any difference.
सर एक दो सवाल सर हिंदी में पूछूंगा आपसे कि किस तरह का इम्पैक्ट आप देखते हैं इस रेपो रेट कट का जो आरबीआई ने आज किया है?
देखिए, जो रेट कट आरबीआई ने किया है, ये लार्जली हम तो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि रेट कट होगा. इसका इवेंचुअली बेनिफिट ये होगा कि इकोनॉमी में लेंडिंग रेट्स भी धीरे धीरे नीचे आएंगे और इससे थोड़ा सपोर्ट मिलेगी इकोनॉमी को, क्योंकि रेट इसीलिए काटा जाता है इकोनॉमी को सपोर्ट देने के लिए. अभी इकोनॉमी बहुत अच्छा ग्रो कर रही है और आगे चलते हुए थोड़ा सा हल्का धीमापन दिखाई देगा, पर ये एनवायरनमेंट जो है ग्लोबल, इसमें अनसर्टेनिटी बहुत बनी हुई है. टैरिफ डील अभी हमारी हुई नहीं है, तो इसलिए एक तरह से ये इंश्योरेंस रेट कट की तरह से देखा जा सकता है.
और जो सर गवर्नर ने बोला है कि ये रेयर गोल्डीलॉक्स पीरियड है और उन्होंने जो है जीडीपी का फोरकास्ट भी बढ़ा दिया, 7.3% कर दिया है. आप इसको किस तरह से देखते हैं?
देखिए, ये वाकई रेयर गोल्डीलॉक्स है, क्योंकि इन्फ्लेशन आपकी लिमिट से भी, जो आपका रेंज है 2 to 6%, उससे भी नीचे आ गई है और अभी और आगे चलते हुए भी नीचे रहेगी. तो इन्फ्लेशन बहुत ही बिनाइन है और साथ में ग्रोथ रीजनेबली हेल्दी है. तो ये इसीलिए ये एक रेयर गोल्डीलॉक्स है, क्योंकि इस तरह का सिनेरियो बार बार दिखाई नहीं देता.